Hello everybody, who am I vlogging twice in 1 week? I don't really quite know what's going on, but we're here. I'm looking outside my car right now. It's 7:30 in the morning and it's miserable. George has just been rained off work. He's a builder, so when it rains he doesn't work, and I have to leave him at home knowing that he's got the whole day off to stay in bed, to do whatever he wants to do, and I've got to go to work and walk around in mud and get cold, so that's brill. Anyway, not to set the vlog off on a negative, today I am taking Mayo out to do a dressage clinic. We went out a couple of weeks ago, I think it was now, and he was really good. We took him to a venue with a certain trainer, and today we are repeating that. It's sort of every like 2 weekly. So that should be really good. So I'm gonna go to the yard and get my shift at work done, and then I think my lesson is at around 2 o'clock. So sort of an early afternoon lesson. I don't know about you guys, but I struggle more to ride in the afternoon. I struggle to do anything more in the afternoon. I'm so much more of a morning person. Like, say to me, oh Sarah, you need to go and ride and then go to the gym at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'll be like, yeah, sweet, cushy, fine, I can do that. But any time past like 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, I struggle. The gym's okay because I just down pre-workout, but riding and working afternoon shifts, my motivation levels drop drastically. So yeah, maybe I just take some pre-workout before I ride. Maybe that'll help. But no, Mayo out in the field this morning, just because, like I said in my last video, he has been a little bit on crack recently, and I feel like I need to get him out sort of as much as possible. But the issue with that is he's also been getting fucking filthy in the field. Literally, when I first had him, I thought, oh, like, it won't be that bad having a grey. I'll just rug him up, purple shampoo, he'll be fine. But I bathed him literally 4 days ago, I bathed him at the weekend, and he just looks like the exact same as he did before now. Like, I bathed him, washed his tail, plashed his tail up, but the moment he goes in the field and rolls, even like when I unplait his tail, it's just yellow. Like, I honestly was considering earlier buying one of those, like, you know, those tail bag things you can get, and just like dressing him in that to try and keep him clean. But you can only try as hard as you can try, can't you? I'm also thinking really stupidly to give him like a full clip, even though we're like going into spring. But again, he just does not look the finest. And I know that's not the most important thing, but he does look a bit of a scruff. He really does. So yeah, that was a really long-winded way of me saying I've got a dressage clinic today and I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, come along with me. Let's go and see how he is. I might do a little bit of a voiceover and sort of explain to you guys where we're at with our training at the moment, because he has changed quite a lot recently. So it'll be good if I give you guys like a little update with how he's going. And we also had his saddle checked and refitted yesterday, so I'm hoping that's going to feel much better today as well. So yeah, I'm going to go and do my shift at work, and then we will catch up in a little bit. So after warming up Mayo, so I always sort of give him like a 10-minute warm up before any lesson, just a sort of long rein walk, trot, canter. So we picked him up and visited the canter first, and we've really been working on sort of sending him forward and bringing him back, and just really trying to use my seat to bring him back. And we've only really sort of started teaching him these gears, I'd probably say, in the last few months, and the canter is really improving as a result of it. I still need to get a little bit more lift. I need to get him to sit a little bit more, but he's understanding the aids now, which is really good. I always find him a little bit more behind my leg when I take him out, so I sometimes have to make the forward aid just that little bit more clear and just sort of encourage him forward a little bit more so he does actually react off of my leg. So everything we done on the right rein, I then did on the left rein as well. And then we started playing around with a few movements. So I started sort of riding some little diagonal lines with him and asking him to just try and keep counter canter around the outside of the school. And at home, this has always been his party piece. He's found counter canter really, really easy, but
In this session, he actually struggled a little bit more, as you can see there, but I think with him, it's a little bit of a confidence thing. He loses his confidence when he goes out, which I think is quite common with young horses. And then it was time to work a little bit on the trot. So again, with the trot, we really worked on sort of pushing him up into sort of a higher gear and then bringing him back down and just sort of playing around with the tempo of the trot, making sure he's off my leg and just making sure that transition down is just as good as the transition up. And I did just pick up a little schooling stick as well because he was a little bit behind my leg, and I'm much more of the opinion of I'd rather give one clear aid rather than sort of keep nagging and keep asking. So yeah, I pick up a little stick with him. I don't tend to use one of these at home, but I quite like to have the option of using one when I take him out. So yeah, the trot felt super, and looking back at the video, I think he's actually starting to get a little bit better with his neck carriage as well. I've said in some of my previous videos before, he can go a little bit behind the vertical. He's got quite a short neck naturally, and we've been trying recently to sort of carry my hands more up and forwards and sort of pushing my hands towards the bit, sort of towards his mouth. And I do really think it's helping, especially here when he starts to relax a little bit more as well. He really sort of starts to open up in front, which is really good. So after we played around with sort of the gears and the trot and the canter, I then started going through just some little bits of a novice test, and I wasn't strictly following a test, we were just sort of playing around with some of the movements that might come up and sort of a little bit of a sequence with it as well, because I have actually got a couple of shows booked with him, and I've only ever done prelims with him before, and I've never really done that well with him. I think sort of the highest mark I've got with him was actually the first time I took him out. I think I got 67%, but other than that, we've been getting sort of low 60s just because he's really spooky when I take him out. You wouldn't think he is here because he's been here a few times now and he's pretty chilled, but yeah, I just thought I'm going to enter a couple of novices. There's a little bit more to do. Maybe it might try and keep him focused, who knows, but yeah, we started playing around with some of the movements. I don't know how I'm going to manage 10-meter circles because this school here is about 25 meters wide rather than 20, and I even struggled to get a small circle in there, so it could be interesting. But yeah, I was really pleased with him in this session. I can't wait to just get him out even more and hopefully do a few more clinics, a few more competitions with him, and just really enjoy him. So yeah, I really hope you guys found this video interesting. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll hopefully see you all in my next video.